American dream. He's just a common man, working hard with his hands. He's just a common man, working hard for the man. Hey, he's American dream. Hey, he's American dream. If you are black or white, redneck, funky, that's alright. Blue-eyed with a lot of soul, common man has got his gold. Hey, he's American dream. Hey, he's
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your host, the DOUG here once again, and we're here live in New York City for Revolution's Honors. That's right, we are here on the Big Apple, a city that never sleeps, getting ready for next Friday's Best in the World. But before we can get to that, I got some people to introduce. Of course, he is the only man in California to realize eating at Kano's Taco Bar is a bad idea. EL.CIBERNETIco!
You're an asshole, but I love it.
Yo, welcome. And of course, we know I have my co-host. He is still up in Canada learning how to be like Dudley Do-Right, but just hope he doesn't steal a horse by then. It is the Ninja known as Test.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Doing good, doing good. I hope you're doing good up there in Canada.
Before we introduce our other one, I do have a side note for everybody out there listening on the Revolution Network. Following our broadcast will be what was supposed to be last night's Shoot from the Hip. It was technical. We had some technical difficulties. We had Vince Russo running the sound truck and audio truck, so yeah, it was a clusterfuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
kind of had to hide
and their
Vince
special
Russo.
guest, wait a minute, and their special guests are going to be the man known as Tarek, the only guy who doesn't have a turban, and Adam Hayes.
All right. Hopefully everyone will tune into that after they are done with us. And, of course, lastly but certainly not at least the only man in Revolution to graduate from All Truth Rapping University, it is Brandon Doolin.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe you went there. Hey, what's up, everybody? By the way, I got one thing to say. By the way, I got one thing to say. Wait. Since he's a ninja, though, even if it's a horse, he shouldn't have a problem stealing it since he's a ninja, you know?
You would think
That's
so,
true.
but it's Canada. You know how everything's topsy-turvy there. But to quote the Great Land Storm, it's time for everyone here in Evolution to be serious for a moment. As many of you know, yesterday we lost two of the biggest names in entertainment, of course, one being the great actor Christopher Lee, who many of you know as Dracula, or if you watch The Lord of the Rings. And, of course, we lost, as you could tell by the opening theme, we lost the great American Dream Dusty Rhodes yesterday as well. Kind of sad because I don't know how everyone else is. I grew up watching those two, but I remember Dusty, you know, as the NWA heavyweight champion, and of course I remember Mr. Christopher Lee as Dracula. But very sad news yesterday, I think, for not only wrestling fans, but for the entertainment world.
Well, Doug, as Dusty would say it, the public is sad.
I agree. L?
Man, Dusty Rhodes is true icon. I mean, it's kind of sad to let him go. Kind of heart-wrecking a little bit, waking up to the news like that. Going from one champ to another.
When it comes to a man like Dusty Rhodes, if there was anybody that ever really represented the fans and really represented what America stood for, it's him. I mean, as the song says, he's just a common man working hard with his hands. And that's what the American dream is, working hard with your hands and making a living, you know, doing the best you can. And he started out as a common man, but he left us extraordinary, legendary, and you know what? He sure as hell is whining and dining with kings and queens up in the squared circle in the sky. That's for sure.
Very true, Brandon Doolin. Great words there. And of course, if you want to watch some of Dusty's best matches, of course, you know, you got the Dusty Rhodes DVD that came out a few years ago. And of course, I'd recommend picking up War Games because, of course, to see him and his great feud with the Four Horsemen. Because anytime you think of Dusty, you think of the Four Horsemen.
Absolutely.
More specifically,
well, I mean,
even Ric Flair.
Well, I mean, okay, yes, absolutely. I'm not going to take that away. When I think of Dusty, I think of War Games. I think him with the Road Warriors against and whomever else they tagged with at the for that particular War Games. But I remember those three specifically against the Four Horsemen in those War Games matches.
Yes,
with the double rings.
If you don't know who that is the Canadian Dream, Rob Goslin.
The Canadian Dream?
Oh, yeah. What?
Did you call him the Canadian Dream?
Did you just come up with that on the spot?
Wait.
What the fuck?
Canadian Dream? What?
Canadian Dream.
Hey, wait, what happened to Timberwolf?
Timber who?
Ooh.
Rob's nickname.
Doug does not follow Brawl there, dude. He's like, what happened to Timberwolf? Doug doesn't follow Brawl.
Yeah. But thank you for those kind words, everyone. And Dusty, we do miss you. Same with you, Mr. Christopher Lee. But at least the good thing with Dusty, he did leave us two of his family members to the Rhodes family in wrestling can go on. Of course, Dustin, a.k.a. Goldust, and Cody, a.k.a. Stardust, who I'm sure Stardust wishes he could perform this weekend, you know, but it is what it is on that. And by the way, I'd also like to say Ring of Honor and TNA, they also honored Dusty this week on their website, so please, if you have not, go to their websites to read about what Dusty did in their organizations.
And that would be at ImpactWrestling.com, I'm assuming, and at ROH.com?
That is correct, Rob.
ROHWrestling.com, is it? ROHWrestling.com and ImpactWrestling.com. Just for those websites for everyone to go and see that the homage that these two promotions have now paid to Dusty Rhodes.
Yes, because as many of us know, Dusty was involved with both promotions before coming back to WWE. But getting off the sad note now, let's talk about some happy things. Let's head to TNA, actually, where Dusty was on there as a booker and many other things. Of course, this past Wednesday was the World title match. Kurt Angle took on Rockstar Spud, and the winner of that match would face Austin Aries later on. Now, of course, before I announced who won this, unless you watch it, if you watch it, don't say a goddamn thing. Who does EC3 face? As many of you know, EC3 is the number one contender for the World title in TNA. So, does he face Kurt Angle, Rockstar Spud, or Austin Aries?
Is this just a general question to anybody, or?
It's a general question. Do we have to wait for the Jeopardy music to come on before somebody answers? Do.
Okay. Please don't help.
I heard you. I heard him. I had to. Sorry.
Because no one was answering. Okay. The question is, who does who face? Because I missed the name.
Okay, who does EC3 face in the World title match Slammiversary? Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle, Rockstar Spud, or Austin Aries?
Correct.
Who does he face when?
When?
It would be at the end of this month, I believe, or start of next month.
Yes. End of this month, start of next.
Mm-hmm.
At the next TNA pay-per-view.
correct. The one that's
Pick
actually
one.
going to be on paper.
Pick one between those three. Kurt Angle, Austin Aries, or Rockstar Spud.
And hurry, because we love the three-way calling.
I will say, I'm going to say Austin Aries.
One for Austin Aries. Host wants to take a swing at it.
Andrew says Angle.
Angle. One for Angle.
I actually agree with Andrew, and if you think about the history that Kurt has with EC3 in particular, I'd say him.
2 for Kurt. L.
I'm going to take Austin Aries.
Well, and who does Bernadette take?
Hulk Hogan.
Bernadette picked Austin. Hulk Hogan. What? Who did you pick? Austin Aries?
Austin Aries. Okay, well.
Oh, she said she'd like to see it with Austin Aries, but it'll probably be Rockstar Spud. So I think her pick was Rockstar Spud.
All right, well, let me just tell you what happened this way. The first match on the night was Kurt Angle versus Rockstar Spud for the title. Aries would get the cash in later on in the main event. Now, one of the first match was Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle beat Rockstar Spud. Rockstar tapped out to the ankle lock. And what was, I'm not even kidding, one of the best matches made. Oh, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the most hated man in another group, Mr. Clinton Uber.
Hello? Am I on?
You're on, sir. What's going on?
Well, thank you for having me on, and for the last time, it's Darnell.
Oh, Darnell.
Oh, it's Darnell called in.
Darnell, okay.
Just a new guy
don't tell me you're Roman Reigns' brother.
His little brother.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who is it?
John, Revolution's on him, man.
Is this Paul or Rob?
All three of them.
What'd I do?
Anyway, Doug has a question for you.
Yes. I already kind of scored it because I said Kurt Angle beat Rockstar Spud. So, who does EC3 face at Summerversary? Kurt Angle or Austin Aries? That is the question you have to answer.
I believe it's going to be Kurt Angle. Let's be honest. Angle's on his last back burner. He's on borrowed time, and the best way for Angle to go out is he puts over EC3.
All right, so he voted for Kurt. And if you voted for Austin Aries, well, you're a dumbass because Kurt Angle beat Austin Aries later in the night. So at Slammiversary, it will be EC3 taking on Kurt Angle. Now, next week is the contract signing. So expect some devious heelish things from EC3. But that was not the only thing from TNA this week. As many of you know, because Rockstar Spud did give up the X Division title to become number one contender against Kurt Angle originally, we have no X Division champion. So they did a little tournament. Now, I believe next week is the finals where the winner will be crowned. And here are the three people in the finals. It will either be Low-Key, Tiger Uno, who I'm sure El's backing because, well, he's a tiger. And, of course, the fat guy from Europe, Guido.
Why?
I don't know why the fat fuck make it, okay? Pretty much here's what happened. Low-Key and Tiger Uno making it perfect sense. The reason Guado made it is because Kenny Queen decided to do the worst thing you can do in wrestling. Stop paying attention. He pretty much acted like, oh, look at me. I'm fucking goddamn Tom Brady. I'm going to beat these two guys so easily. I could just take a goddamn nap and win. No, instead, he hits his finishing move. He gets tossed out of the ring like a monkey, and then Guido steals the win like a bitch. So with that being said, who wins this match, Low-Key or Tiger Uno? Because I'm not even going to consider the fat guy in it.
I'll go first. Tiger Uno all the way. Simple as that. Yes, I'm using the race card. Fuck you guys. I don't give a fuck. Shit.
I'm usually the one that does that.
I'll just anyone but the fat dude. No offense.
Ooh.
I don't know anything about what's going on, so.
Normally in situations like... Sure, go ahead.
You know, it's just that I preferred, you know, either Tigre Uno to have the title or for the title to come back to the BEC.
Read down plan.
Yep.
Under normal circumstances, Under normal circumstances, I normally would say low-key, as he is easily one of the most experienced X Division wrestlers of all time. But this is normally one of those times where guys, up-and-comers like Tigre Uno, they usually step up to the plate. I actually am going to pick Tigre Uno for this one.
All right, so you got... So pretty much everyone's pretty much picking between Low-Key and Tiger Uno, it sounds like.
Yes.
Smart people. And, of course, I cannot make a pick because, as many of us know, TNA is taped, and I already know the results because Dixie Carter is the dumbest bitch on the planet.
And you read spoilers.
Well, no, boy, that's all funny. No, I don't read spoilers. I'm just, unfortunately, in bad luck to realize that people like to post Dixie Carter's fucking Twitter shit on goddamn Facebook, YouTube, MySpace, PSN, and goddamn Atari.
MySpace?
Hey, people still have those?
Okay, wait a minute. I just want everyone to listen here, okay? He X'd me on MySpace, but yet he doesn't X me on Atari, which is fucking older than that.
Oh, wow.
That means Ella still must have an Atari system. It proves he does live in Oakland. We love you. We love you, California. Now, let's get to why we are here. We are, like I said, in New York City, the city that never sleeps, for Best in the World, which is next Friday, I should say. And since we can't do the picks next Friday, because by the time we air, the pay-per-view will be over, we're doing them tonight. So let's start off with the match that was one of the two matches that was made this past week. It would be the last real man in professional wrestling, Cyrus Young, taking on the Party Peacock, Dayton Castle. So it is the last real man taking on the mascot of NBC. Okay, then. Make your picks now.
Damn. Anybody?
Nope.
I want to take a crack at it first. Alright, I'll take a crack at it first. I'm going to go ahead and go with Cyrus Young.
That's one for Young.
I will be taking the Peacock.
Well, 1-1, so we're not going to have a sweep here, folks.
I have absolutely no idea, to be honest. Again, I'm not able to watch it.
Poor Rob. We got to remember he lives in Canada, where the only wrestling they get is from the 1920s.
And Smash.
And of course Smash. Yes, I forget that they have Smash. Andrew, I know you
and
watch.
Death Proof.
And Death Proof as well, better known as a bad Batman villain.
I thought you were going to say Andrew's underwear.
I'm not touching that one. Nope.
That's what she said.
I think that's what Bernadette would say, since she's in the middle between Rob and Andrew. We love each other here at Evolution. Now, of course, Andrew, like I said, who do you have, Young or Castle?
Who would you have, Young or Castle?
A Big Mac.
Both Bernie and Andrew have said Castle.
Castle. So that would be 1 for Young and 3 for Castle. I'm going to take the last real man in professional wrestling, Young, on this one, only because of the fact of this. I don't know enough about the Party Peacock to know what I'm getting with him. I've only seen maybe 3 of his matches.
I'm going to have to let you...
Disadvantage.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to let you guys go soon, because we told our talent that's coming up on the very next show right after this that we were starting at 11. So I'm gonna have to call them and start setting up, because it's 2 minutes to 11.
Thank you for the editing. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Next match. The next match is Donovan DeJack with Truth Martini taking on Mark Briscoe. Yeah, this match was just thrown out of the blue yesterday. No one knows why the fuck this match was made. This would pretty much be the equivalent of R-Truth versus King Barrett on the Money in the Bank pre-show. No one gives a fuck about it.
Ouch.
So moving on to a match that we do care about in this pay-per-view, it would be The Kingdom, Adam Cole, Matt Taven, and Michael Burnett taking on the Bullet Club, AJ Styles and the Young Bucks in a 6-man tag match.
Oof.
Who wins this match?
Darnell, go ahead. What you got? He said, let me fall asleep first.
Damn, somebody hates AJ Styles. Super kick that motherfucker.
I'm going to take Bullet Club.
Bullet Club. One for the Bullet Club.
I will go with the RGW World Heavyweight Champion Brandon Doling for the Bullet Club as well.
With the
There is no way that the Super Kick Party is going to get canceled.
I did not go at all on that one.
Oh, wow.
As they say, ain't no party like a Super Kick Party, especially a Super Kick Party that turns into a Styles Clash at the end, as we've seen before.
Ouch.
That's true. And I am also taking the Bullet Club on this one. Don't get me wrong. I love the Kingdom. I love Adam Cole. He's one of my guys. But come on. It's AJ fucking Styles. Don't pick against him and the Young Bucks, okay? Moving on. Unless somebody else wanted to make a pick on that match.
I think he fell asleep, but go ahead.
Okay. Moving on to the 3-way to crown a new #1 contender for the world title. It will be Mr. R.H. Roderick Strong taking on Michael Elgin taking on Moose. And no, I do not mean Bullwinkle J. Moose. So for our younger audience, that flew over their head because they're like, who the fuck is Bullwinkle J. Moose? Go to fucking YouTube, damn it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm thinking about this one. I'm going to go ahead and go Elgin.
One for Elgin. L.
I will also be going with Elgin on this.
Ooh,
and if you think about it, he's got unfinished business with our current world. Isn't Jay Briscoe still the world champ?
Yes, sir.
He is.
And you know he's got unfinished business with Jay. By the way, Jay is also the only other man in ROH besides Austin Aries to win the ROH world title twice. Yes.
So, I'm going to be different here, and I'm going to shock the world. As much as I am a Mr. Roderick Strong guy, I got the Camp Strong T-shirt in my closet. I got an autographed picture of Mr. Roderick Strong. I'm not taking Strong. I am taking the black guy, Moose. For this reason, as many of you who do have Destination America now and can watch Ring of Honor, Moose has been getting in Jay Briscoe's face, pretty much saying, I'm going to beat the redneck out of you and get revenge for all the black wrestlers you have put down, Jay Briscoe. So, either A, Elgin's getting his revenge, or B, Moose is going to go Farouk on his ass.
Ouch.
Damn.
Moving on to the tag team title match, which was just adding a stipulation this week. It will be a no DQ match. It will be the Addiction defending their belts, a.k.a. Kaz and Christopher Daniels taking on Red Dragon.
Ooh. Dylan, go first. Sorry.
I don't know, man. This one might be the toughest one to pick. Oh my gosh. And why do you have to torture us by making us pick?
Because I like to torture people.
That does not help matters. Damn it. Look, I've seen Red Dragon. Look, I've seen Daniels and Kazarian plenty of times. I've seen a bit of Red Dragon. Both teams are phenomenal in so many ways. But I might have to go with the Addiction in this one because of Daniels and Kazarian. And you know the shenanigans they can get into when it's no DQ. You already see the shenanigans they get into when it's a regular match. As great as Red Dragon is, I'm going to have to make a slight advantage to the Addiction.
Ooh.
Ooh, one for the Addiction. L?
You know what? I'm going to go for the other guys. Forget you.
Hey, I can't blame you for picking Red Dragon because they could certainly win too.
You know what?
It's not easy to pick.
No, seriously, Red Dragon been really like on fire, dude. Like both sides, not just Red Dragon. Both sides have been on fire.
It could definitely go either way. I can't blame you for picking Red Dragon at all.
Look, if this match is not if this match is not the match of the night, it will be the Super Kick Party match of the night. But
Let's go Red Dragon.
Correct. Now it's time for me, and I hate being the deciding vote for this show because I like both teams, and everyone knows I'm a big Red Dragon fan. I mean, I got the theme song on my cell phone. I got the T-shirts. I got the DVDs.
You got the underoos.
No, I got the socks, though. But be that as it may, and as much as I love Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly, I have to go with the Addiction for this one reason. It's a no DQ match, and we know the Addiction does have a third member. I know some of you may not know who that is, but let's just say he's a former TNA heavyweight champion, a former
and a record, if I'm not mistaken, a record 9-time or so X Division champion.
Correct. AKA we're talking about Hail Sabin.
Yes.
AKA Chris Sabin. So for Red Dragon to win this match, they're going to have to get by Chris Sabin to do it, I think. And I don't know if they're going to be able to or not. Numbers advantages with the Addiction unless the Red Dragon brings somebody out with them to watch their back. We shall see. Now, of course, the main event, title for title. It will be Jay Briscoe versus Jay Lethal, who will have Truth Martini in his corner. Now, at the end of this night, either A, Jay Briscoe will become a Grand Slam champion in Ring of Honor by winning the tag team, World Heavyweight, and the TV title, or B, Jay Lethal will become, and I believe after doing my research this is true, the first African-American Ring of Honor World Champion.
Oh, wow.
I might be wrong on that, but to my knowledge, everyone's been white, excluding Homicide. So the question is this: does Jay Lethal make history in New York City next week, or is it Jay Briscoe who becomes a Grand Slam champion?
I'm going to go ahead and go first.
Shoot.
Knowing how ROH World title runs, for the most part, tend to last, with the exception of Michael Elgin, knowing how long ROH World title runs tend to last, and knowing that Lethal has really, there have been so many times, like his matches with Kevin Steen and other world champions, like he's always been close, but no cigar. I think this attitude that he has, along with the fact that Truth Martini's in his corner, I actually think it's Jay Lethal's time. I think Lethal will become the first, at least we think, the first African-American ROH World Champion, and, of course, still be television champion. That's a hell of an accomplishment.
All right, so the
ROH World title picture will indeed get a dose of lethal injection.
It could. Now, El, you and me have been talking about this a lot when we're not doing the shows and everything, and you seem to have a different idea, because I think I know where you might be going with this, but in case I'm wrong, please explain what you have happening.
Oof. Oh, my God. Look, we are kind of running out of time. I'm going with lethal injection, but hey, what you got?
Oh, come on, we know who I'm picking. You think I'm picking Jay Briscoe? You're fucking nuts. Briscoe.
He is an anti-Jay Briscoe.
No, you know what? Jay, I'll change my mind. I'll keep it real. I love what they've been doing with Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe all the way on this one.
And, of course, I'm taking Jay Lethal. We know I'm not a Briscoe guy. I've never been a Jay Briscoe guy. I'm hoping he loses because I'm like, he should have never won the belt back to begin with. I would like to just see Jay Lethal, even if it's not even a long reign for Jay Lethal. Let him win it. And you know what? And this is the best thing about it. If Jay Lethal does win, Ring of Honor can say, hey, look at us. We have a black heavyweight champion, unlike WWE, who has a guy who steals everyone's finishing move every month, a guy who can't color his hair right, and a guy who needs to suck the dick of J&J Security to win a match.
Oh, wow.
Hey-oh. I mean, that's pretty much it for Best in the World. No other matches have been added yet, but please pay attention to the all-group Revolution, the RWF, I should also, as it's known as, on Facebook to pay attention to that, and, of course, the Ring of Honor website. And, of course, we do have other shows on, of course, right after us. It is Shoot from the Hip with Rob and Bernadette. Of course, Monday night we have Elle hosting the Raw After Show, where everybody pretty much just gets drunk.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true.
And, of course, Wednesday nights we have Rock and Reese's show, which is pretty much just everything wrestling. So, the good stuff. And if you want to join any of these shows, luckily this time I actually wrote the damn number down for a change instead of trying to ask anybody else to do it. Call 1-559-726-1300 and remember the access code 742021 pound. Because if you do not hit the pound, we're just going to think you're mute and you're deaf, which that won't be fun for anybody. Of course, next week we will be still in New York City as we give our recap for Best in the World. What happened? Who won? How do we feel about it? And we also will be talking about the TNA contract signing between Kurt Angle and EC3 and who is the new X Division champion. And maybe even the new tag team champions next week as well in TNA. So until then, this is the DOUG speaking for Mr. EL.CIBERNETICO and Mr. Dueling, a.k.a. the only graduate of the R-Truth University, for rapping, saying, have a good weekend, enjoy Money in the Bank, and I will see you next time, folks.
American dream. He's just a common man, working hard with his hands. He's just a common man, working hard for the man. Hey, he's American dream. Hey, he's American dream. If you are black or white, redneck, funky, that's alright.